Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
Come on, McCain, what's the matter? You afraid I'm gonna beat you? You know Blue Boy's had a sore foreleg all week. If I go racing him, he's just gonna turn up lame for sure. Oh, go on and blame it on your old horse. If you can call that nag a horse. What's that thing?
You all right, boy? You hurt?
I am very sorry. I misjudged the hitching post.
Shut up, you. What happened, boy?
It was him, Pa. He scared my horse. Made him throw me.
It was an accident. We meant no harm. I am very sorry.
I ought to take that pigtail of yours and wrap it around your neck. In fact, I think I will.
Well, it was an accident. I saw it.
Fergus!
Now, aren't you a little big to be pushing boys around?
You see what he done to my kid?
Well, your boy looks all right. Why don't you leave this man alone? It was an accident.
Well, McCain, standing up for the China boy, I might have known. Now you climb aboard your wagon and get...
Fergus, why don't you cool off? It was an accident. Now go on, huh?
Knight in shining armor. Come on, boy.
Thank you.
There we are.
I am very grateful. Thank you. I did not mean to bring trouble. We only came to buy supplies.
Well, you've come to the right place. I'm sure Millie here can help you out.
Thank you. We need 1 pound of salt and 20 pounds of rice.
20 pounds? My goodness.
We are traveling a long way.
Where are you heading?
The next hill. Always the next hill.
How would you like a cookie?
Sure, he'd like a cookie.
What's your name? Langley.
On the road, my son and I passed a nice stream with clean water, a tree for shade. Could we camp there tonight, please?
Well, why not? It's a free country. My name is Lucas McCain. This is my boy, Mark.
My name is Wang Chi. Please, Mr. McCain, you and Mark must bring me all your clothes to fix and clean. Tomorrow they will be ready.
Well, that won't be necessary, Mr.
Please, Mr. McCain, I must do this to show my gratitude.
All right. A little starch in our shirts might feel good for a change, huh, Mark?
Yeah, we've been boiling them for so long, I've almost forgotten what starch feels like.
Your shirts will be just like new.
Thank you.
Paul?
Oh?
Are all Chinese people that polite?
Well, most of them are, son. That's the way they're raised. They've got a great deal of respect and humility.
Yeah, I guess so, but they sure look funny, the way they dress and braid their hair.
Now, Mark, next time you're near a mirror, take a good look at yourself. Then you figure out what you'd look like if you lived in China. Come on, let's get some lunch.
Hey, what the heck you doing still here?
Waiting for you, Paul. See what you're gonna do if that Chinese don't leave.
You let me worry about that. You get along home now. Back fence to the corral needs fixing. I'll be along shortly.
You be home for supper?
Ain't always.
Well, not when you get to drinking.
I told you I'd be home. Now get along with you. Oh, I seen it happen up to Cripple Creek. You let in one, the first thing you know, the whole place is full of them. Taking over the town, owning everything.
You gonna maybe dirty up his laundry a little bit, Vince?
I'll buy you a drink, huh?
Thank you, Amy. Dig in, son.
Make that 3, Amy.
Hello, Micah.
Say, I ran into Dave Wallace. He told me about that ruckus with the Chinese.
Noise, mostly. Vince Fergus talking big.
Yeah, I sometimes wish that troublemaker had taken his mind to pack up and leave.
Him and Noah both. Pass the salt, please, Paul.
Hey, Noah in school today, Mark?
No, sir.
I've got to have a talk with his pa. Both of them, for that matter. Getting tired of warning them. Chinese laundryman, eh? Mm-hmm. I once had a Chinese cook in Montana took better care of me than my mother. You know, North Fork could stand a good laundry.
Mrs. Petrie hot in your dress shirts?
Tell you the truth, I think she boils them in lye. Fergus, just what was that all about?
Well, we were just getting town rid of that troublemaker, Marshal, that's all.
Micah. Mr. Wang did nothing. They hardly had time to load their supplies when these two... You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You scared that little boy half to death.
Fergus, someday you're gonna push people a little too far, and then somebody's gonna push you back.
Well, that to me was just fun. You ain't taking that Chinese part again, are you?
It's a free country, isn't it? Now, when you and Foster get to drinking like you do, you seem to forget that.
Now, you two go on home before I lock you both up. And by the way, Fergus, if your boy misses school anymore, you're going to have to explain it to the circuit judge.
I teach my boy. He's got all the learning he needs.
Yes, you set him a fine example.
Like the man says, a free country.
That's right, governed by laws to keep the peace and educate our children, to mention 2 of them. You break either one of them, and you're going to be in big trouble. Now go on home.
You know, Mike, I remember hearing an old Chinese saying once, he who makes trouble gets more than his share.
I heard the same thing, only it came from Ireland.
Hello, Mr. Wang Chi. The creek's back that way.
We have caused trouble, so we are leaving.
Now, look, what happened back there in town wasn't your fault.
The next hill. Always the next hill. Well, we must be leaving. Goodbye, Mr. McCain.
Oh, wait. We could use a good laundry in town. Mikey even said so himself.
We have found many towns that need a good laundry, but we are never welcome. They say we make trouble. But all I wish to do is to settle peacefully, work hard, and send my son to school.
Well, now, I think Mark is right. Why not stay here for a while? We've got a good school. If there's any trouble, I'm sure it'll be taken care of by the marshal. You know, Mr. Wang Chi, Mark and I are a little selfish about this. Can't do a good job on our dress shirts.
Yes, Lee should be in school.
Well, then why not try it for a few weeks?
All right, my son?
Yes, Father. Good. We'll be your first customers. I'll be by first thing in the morning to drop off the dirty laundry and pick up Wang Lee for school.
We will try. Very hard.
You know something, Paul? If Wang Lee's gonna go to school with me tomorrow, he ought to cut off that pigtail. Makes him look like a girl.
Mark, Apaches wear their hair long, and there's nothing girlish about them.
Yeah. Sure are a lot of funny people in the world.
Now, look, son.
Well, I know. Go look in the mirror. Come on, I'll beat you home.
For you, Mark, that is very easy. My horse is very slow, like an old woman. She's pulled the wagon too long.
Now, I guess that wouldn't be fair. How'd you like school?
Very much. The teacher is very nice.
Hey, girls wear pigtails. How come you don't tie a ribbon in yours like she does?
Leave him alone, Noah. Come on.
I was talking to him, McCain. Yeah, I think a pretty pink ribbon would look just fine. I said leave him alone! You choked me. You tried to kill me. You were gonna kill me.
If you touch my cue again, I may not be so careful.
You're gonna be sorry. You're gonna be real sorry.
Trouble's like a weed. Once it starts to grow, it covers everything.
There you are, Mr. Wang. That ought to do it.
You are very kind.
I'm happy to do it. Just as long as you remember to buy your soap and your starch from me.
Only you, I promise. Also, I will do your dresses for no charge.
Oh, no. Let's keep this strictly on a business basis.
Very well. Until tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, Wang Chi.
Still got some.
You're drinking kind of slow today, Les.
Oh, don't worry. I'll catch up.
Good morning. A nice cool glass of beer, please.
Hey, barkeep, you got any of that rice beer? He wouldn't like nothing unless it was Chinese rice beer. Ain't that right?
On such a hot day, even rice beer would be good.
Just a minute now. You ain't doing that right. There now. That's a real nice drink. You try it.
Thank you, but I do not care for hard spirits.
About time you learn. You come in here for a drink, you got one. Now you drink it.
Pa!
What's the matter, boy?
His kid. He tried to kill me. He choked me to death.
He what?
Him and Mark McCain, they jumped me. And his kid, he tried to strangle me.
My son would not do that. He knows better.
He done it, Pa. He hurt me bad. I could have died. Well, that's not true. He started it.
Did you touch this boy?
He attacked my friend unfairly, Father.
2 against 1, that's dirty fighting. Hold it, laundryman. I told you to clear out. Now, maybe you don't hear so good. Or maybe you think I'm talking just to hear myself talk. Well, you had your chance.
No!
You shut up, boy.
Put that gun down, Fergus. Unless you want to go up against this rifle. That'd be about as fair as you taking on Mr. Wang Chi.
His boy like to kill my Noah.
He tried to hurt Mark.
Noah was bullying Lee, calling him a girl. He did not! All I said was...
What did you say, Noah? All right, boys. Who started it? Seems to me you're using pretty strong measures to settle a boy's argument, Fergus.
Well, he left when I told him to. There wouldn't have been none of this trouble.
Why don't you just try steering clear of Wang Chi, and everybody will be better off. Now, you get your boy and go about your business. Go on.
Mark, what really happened?
Well, he kept on telling Wang Lee that he ought to put a ribbon in his hair like a girl.
No, Mr. Wang Chi, I can see where it might be difficult for the boy if he keeps wearing his hair like that.
By law, Chinese must wear cues, Mr. McCain.
I understand. But this isn't China, it's America.
But without our cues, we cannot return home. I'm sorry you had to fight for Lee.
That's all right. We're friends.
Come, my son. We cannot find trouble in hard work.
If you'll wait a minute, I've got a couple of shirts in my office that need laundering.
Your clothes will be ready this evening, Mr. McCain.
That'll be fine, Mr. Wang. Son, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going down to the livery stable.
All right.
Come on, son, you'd better hurry. We've got to pick up our dress shirts tonight.
Oh, I can do that tomorrow. We won't need them until Sunday.
Tomorrow you wanted to ride out to the North Range with me, remember?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
You'd forget your head if it wasn't fixed on real good. Mr. Wang Chi's gonna make things a lot easier for us, huh, son?
Yep. You know something, Paul? I think Mr. Fergus would have really used that gun on Mr. Wang if you hadn't have showed up.
Vince Fergus talks big, Mark. He was just trying to scare Mr. Wang Chi, that's all. Don't forget behind the ears, boy.
I don't understand why Mr. Fergus doesn't like Mr. Wang in the first place.
Well, Mark, there are just some people in this world who think they're better than others.
Well, the good book says everybody's just the same. Doesn't matter who you are.
You believe that, you'll be all right. It's the truth.
Well, if everybody's supposed to be just the same, how come we're not?
What do you mean?
Well, how come some people are like Mr. Wang and others, well, like us? How come there's so many different kinds of people?
Well, son, you ask a question like that, it's like asking, why isn't every day the same? Some days the sun shines, other days it rains, but it's still a day. I think the good Lord thought about that when he made the world and all the people in it. And you know what else I think?
What?
I think he kind of figured that we'd get tired of each other if we all looked the same.
You mean on the outside?
That's right, son, on the outside. On the inside, there's no difference.
I think I understand now, Paul.
I know you do, son.
Of course, Lee still does need a haircut.
You don't see any boy his size trying to give him one, do you?
No.
That shirt needs a trip to Mr. Wang Chi's. You put on a clean one. Then we'll ride over there.
All right.
We are fortunate, Father, to have such good water. It is very clear and clean.
The secret of clean laundry is to start with clean water. Go to sleep, my son.
When we are finished, Father. Father,
Yes?
I am glad we are staying in North Fork.
I am not. What begins badly usually ends badly.
We cannot always run, Father. The road will soon end. Those who travel the wrong road would then have to travel it again. It is better we stay here and face the trouble.
Such wisdom from one so young makes me very proud.
Then we will stay a long time?
Yes, a long time. It is good that we settle down where we have a friend like Mr. McCain.
2 friends. Don't forget Mark.
Yes, Mark. My father told me when I was a little boy like you that the value of friendship is far greater than all the treasures in the world. Do you believe that, son?
I know it is good to have a friend, my father, even if he is so different.
How do you mean?
In English, it is difficult to say, but the way he wears his hair and his eyes, they slant so funny.
True. But eyes are made to see with, not look at. And it is good that all faces are different, then we don't get tired of looking at each other. Who is there?
Perhaps it's only the horse.
Yes, perhaps the horse.
I told you, didn't I? But you wouldn't listen. Well, now you're gonna get it good. Let's proceed with the ceremony. Hey, goodness, it ain't quite dry. Well, dry it. I told you, didn't I? Told you to quit town, to leave. Told you I didn't like your kind, didn't I? All right, get out. Get out of here, kid.
Help! 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 Help!
Shut up! Hey, get him off me! Get him off me! Don't give me out!
Help! Help!
You all right, Vince?
That China boy like to broke my neck. I'm gonna fix you good, China boy. I'm gonna fix you real good.
Go away! Leave us alone. You've done enough. You've taken my home. What more do you want?
He's just trying to prove what a big man he is. All right, drop your guns, both of you.
This ain't none of your business, McCain.
You made it my business. That's my laundry. Lee, come over here.
No!
Keep him away from me.
You sure can't fight, Pop.
Laundry business is very bad.
Well, now, Mr. Wanchi, I'm not so sure about that. Not when you've got a real good helper. Go on, clean it up. All of it.
Oh, now listen here, McCain.
Clean it up. But be careful of what's left of my shirts. Look at this, Micah.
Off my back, you old scoop! Oh!
You know, you were lucky the circuit judge just told you to get out of the territory instead of giving you a jail sentence. Where you headed?
Well, now, I'm just glad to be leaving this crummy town. And its crummy people.
Folks are the same everywhere, Fergus. You and your boy have a lot to learn about getting along with other people. You better keep that in mind.
Ah!
You Ike?
Yeah. But now you just look like everyone else.
Sure, I'm them again.
Hey, Pa! Micah! Come here quick!
Lee? Wang?
Look at Wang Lee.
Well,
Like father, like son. Now we are home.
you.